great music.
Right.
I mean, I could think of Metallica, I could think of the Grateful Dead, Sammy Hagar, who's lived in Mill Valley for decades. We could go on, and KTVU's Tom Vakar got into a little spot with a lot of history here, right? Think Janis Joplin, think Bob Marley. Here's where he went, known as the Record Factory, some call it the Record Plant,
Right.
but they have recorded some great music in this little studio.
Sausalito's record plant, originally the Record Factory, was created in 1972 to be a special, quirky, and laid-back recording studio well away from the New York, LA, and other big city music scenes. But it was so much more, a world unto itself.
You know, this was a community center. It was a place where stuff was going on when stuff was going on.
The special twist, it also presented a series of live radio broadcasts on Jive 95 KSAN. It opened on Halloween 1972 with John Lennon and Yoko Ono among the guests. Closed for 13 years now, Jim Rees and some other music crazies with solid business credentials mean to make this not just reopen, but to be reborn.
It's kind of, this has to be saved, you know, for future generations.
Long ago, and right here, a young gal by the name of Stevie Nicks sat in this very room on a piano and came up with a song called Dreams. It is on this album, one of the greatest albums in the history of rock and roll, recorded right here.
For 36 years until 2008, it was one of the nation's legendary recording venues, turning out hit after hit after hit, gold, platinum, diamond, in many genres, and 5 of the top 50 selling albums of all time recorded here. Prince did his first recording here because Sly and the Family Stone recorded here. Even an 11-year-old Beyonce first recorded here on the recommendation of Stevie Wonder, who recorded songs in the key of life here. Rick James, Aretha Franklin, Van Morrison, Linda Ronstadt, Jefferson Starship, Huey Lewis, John Fogerty, The Grateful Dead, the Doobie Brothers, Heart, Journey, America, and on and on and on. Rock legend David Freiberg recorded here as a member of Quicksilver Messenger and the Jefferson Starship.
There's the Grateful Dead, the Quicksilver, and Jefferson Airplane, and Big Brother and Holding Company, and a bunch of other ones, and everybody would go to each other's shows when they weren't playing. Everybody was rooting for everybody else. That was really kind of nice, like it ought to be.
A lot of great creative times. We wrote Love Will Find a Way right there.
I do remember whenever we were here, it was almost like being in church for us, because of our reverence for this place.
Later this year, the Record Plant will once again come back to life for recording and live streaming again of performances worldwide.
Billions of dollars of music has come through this building. Now we're getting just a ton of interest in recording. It's a virtual kind of time capsule. You come in and it's like you're right out of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. You know, the gold records are still on the wall. You know, you've got this kind of redwood, you know, funky psychedelic wall stuff going on. You've got Studio B is exactly like it was when Fleetwood Mac recorded Rumors, and Studio A, you know, is like it was when Metallica recorded Load and Reload.
Here, everyone's like a kid in a candy store.
I listened to a lot of this Bob Marley, all the stuff that was recorded here. I listened to a lot of that.
Thanks to the investors, the Record Factory will be reborn in Sausalito. Tom Vakar, KTVU, Fox 2 News.